it's starting. It's working. Oh, great. I didn't even know if it was gonna work, to be honest. Let me fucking turn down my music or my volume. Yeah, so my plan was to just I was gonna start off with basic character design, and then I was gonna move on to small builds like weapons, and then bigger builds. Can you guys see this? Is it working out for you guys? It's working, right? Okay, yeah, it's all good. Okay, so this was the old face decal before I switched it around to a new one. I'm gonna put the new one on it. Let me just grab the decal on my other monitor. Yeah, I designed the faces. I have like a drawing pad, so it wasn't that hard for me. How's volume on everything? Is it good? Yeah, stream lag. I think we're back. Yeah, I think we're all good. Let me just exit out of a lot of tabs I have open. Okay, so I'm not gonna be looking at Discord much, so you should probably type it in the YouTube chat if you want to say anything to me. Just turn up your volume. My mic isn't that low or that quiet. Okay. So let me just put my custom face onto this real quick, and let me turn off details, which dictates like little things like these green things, which are attachments. So I usually start with a big model like that, and it's always good to have a bunch of mesh parts like these, which are custom resizable. So like if it's a union and I tried to scale it, it would just go like that. It would just scale like that in every direction. But since it's a mesh, I can go like that and raise it upwards. I can go in one direction, so it's really nice to use those, especially this model, which has like every single one you could dream of, so it helps. You can just find this easily on the Roblox catalog as well. I also like to use, where's another one? I guess I don't have it on here, but I didn't really use it while making these. I also use another one just because it has a circle that you can easily like custom resize, where sometimes it's kind of weird when you're resizing a circle. So I was trying to make like a Cathar dog type of thing. This is just me, like the first version of it. I made the dog nose off of a couple unions. This is the dog nose. I made it off of, I think, a circle, cylinder, and then I just negated right here a circle with a block attached to it. And then I just colored it black, and it was all good. Yeah, and then the ears are a mesh part. Here, let me just bring up the Roblox catalog real quick. Loading up. There we go. So I just went to catalog. I looked up, like, let's go to accessories. I just got the fox ears model. I copied this asset right here. There's a certain thing that you can type into a command just so you can like spawn in a hat. To spawn a hat in Roblox Studio. Here it is. You just paste this in, and then you just take the asset ID, and then put it right here, and when you hit enter, so you run the command, enter, yeah, it spawns in right here. It's going to be locked initially. I don't know what that model is, but it's going to be locked initially, so you won't be able to click it, and so you're going to have to find it in here. It's usually going to be under the same name or a similar name. So from there you can take the this is just the handle of it, which is inside the model, inside an accessory, and you can take the mesh and you can put it onto a mesh part, which I did with this. So now I have like freedom to resize it however the way I want to do it, and I can also color it whichever way I want to do it without changing a decal. But you also could do it like this. It works for the most models, but I've found that it doesn't work for really old ones. Click content, you click the mesh, and then you can just copy the mesh into this, and let me mesh part, go like that, hit that. See, that one was one of the ones that did not work, but I could do it with a different one to show you at least what it would be like. Let me get this content. This one's a pretty old one too. I hope this works. Click. Why isn't it loading? There we go. And then it should work. Yeah, so it doesn't really work with the old ones. It works with a few I found, but most of them it just doesn't work. So I would do it the way I just said originally. So after you like get a model like this, I usually, there we go, my mouse is acting funny. I usually copy it, or I duplicate it, which is Command D, which is much more helpful than copy. Copy, you're gonna have to copy it, and then you're gonna have to paste it. It's gonna like appear like somewhere up there. If you duplicate it, it appears in the exact same position, and then you can just scale it down. I never use 0.00 scale because it just like, it's always going to be on a random number most of the time, and that way it's easier for me to use coordinates to move these around if I use like a 0.05 or something. I'm using 0.01 because I was doing something earlier. So that's not going to be exact. And it's really hard to get it exact. So usually, I'm not going to do it since this is pretty time consuming. I usually will try to get it to almost the same size, and then I'll just copy off the hat and all that and spawn in a new humanoid using the animation plugin and insert a rig, block rig, and then I'll just move it onto the block rig. But for now, I won't do that because it's pretty time consuming. So yeah, these are like, that was our original Pure Blood, which I changed. I don't have the original model on this one, but it's this now. And this was our Nautilin, which Orphan designed the meshes for. And what's it fucking called? The Blender, there we go. It's on Blender he did that. Yeah, so and then I put the like different ones, I positioned it to make it look good and did certain scalings on it. And then so this was my original attempt at Zabrak, which I was kind of happy with, and then I realized, like, wait, it doesn't look good compared to a lot of other people's. So I was doing this, and I made this mesh part, which is just a cone in Blender with a divide in the middle, a subdivide, and then it tilted to another direction, which I still wasn't happy with. I didn't really know how to use Blender at the time. I didn't really know how to use meshes. So I came back to that later on, and I did it all with meshes that I designed, which is three, so like it's I don't know what it's called when it's three. It's not subdivide, but it's 3 prongs, so it's like 1 section, 2 section, 3 section, and then I was able to position them all on the thing to be perfectly even, and it looks pretty good if you ask me. Right? Nope, that's the old one. Here we go. And then here's Miraluka. Everyone's like, oh, mask looks complicated. It's so easy to design this mask. It's so funny. Just boom, duplicate, go up. Ready for this? Plug or model, separate. Oh, it's gonna actually be a lot of separation since I went back into this, so I won't deal with that now. But it's literally, I just did 1 cylinder. Let me rotate this over. I'll just put it randomly right there. Scale, I don't need to deal with that. Y, or this should be maybe 2. This should be 10, 10, and then I did, let me change my rotation to a bigger number. I just did like that, then duplicated it, and like that. There's the mask for you. Not that hard to make. Let me just, oh shit, that would have been bad if I deleted that. Let me go on to a new place real quick. I'm getting a lot of DMs. Okay, that was just Uniform Designer was DMing me about stuff. Let me get off of chars. Let me go to my Star Wars testing place. These were, so originally the game was called Star Wars Beliefs, and I was going to be the map designer. As you can tell, I was still kind of new because this was like over a year ago. It was pretty bad. The Hoth was probably the only one that was alright, and even that was horrible compared to what we have now. Yeah, so this is just random stuff. One of the weapons builders who I ended up firing because I didn't trust him and he was kind of sketchy, he made all this stuff and he let me have it. Come on, my mouse is just acting hella weird. Like, he made this, these, that, but that's it. Like, the sabers are not. Also, he made this, and not this part. The part he made was bad, so I redid this. So I made the cockpit and all that, and then I changed the side things to a more thick one. This is all one part too. It's all about unioning. And if you don't know what unioning is, it's when two parts, like, I can put two parts next to each other, like this, and then I can union them, and now they're one part. They move together as one part, and you can change the color as one part. It's not changing because you have to click use part color for it to change when dealing with unions. So let me just delete that. Here's a nihilist mask I got bored and made. It's obviously not done. Lightsaber crystal that I was working on. Once glass came out, I wanted to see like what I could do with it, and it kind of looks buggy, but I personally thought it was cool. I made some bronze knucks after watching Beyond Scared Straight, which was fun. Here was my first attempt at building a gun with parts. This is based off of the normal blaster rifle. I can't remember the name of it in Star Wars. And then this was based off of a pistol in Star Wars, which I later redid, but didn't save on this, but I copied it onto a different place, thank God. I think it's on Star Wars New Genesis over here. Okay, so this was kind of just like the place. Shit, a lot of stuff didn't load in. Where we kind of just like did a lot of group developing, where we put a lot of stuff. This is Orphan's mesh model. He made this in Blender, so yeah, it's better than another developer that just released theirs. If you know what I'm talking about, then you'll get the joke. I got bored. Someone was like, you should make Porg customizable or a custom character. And I wasn't going to do it. I just made a Porg model since, you know, I just watched the movie and I was bored. Here's some bounty hunter stuff we have. Which is nice. This was the old scripter. Their custom character was going to be Yoda. Or Yoda's species. It was going to be like edgy Yoda, but and I had to fire him. This is the same rifle as the one I made, except Orphan made it with a mesh, and his is probably better than mine. But my pistol, this was the remake of the other one I did, is pretty damn good. If I do say so myself. Like, even look at that grip. Look at that grip. Come on, you can't tell me that that's a bad grip. It's a nice looking gun. Let me zoom out real quick. I was also making an R2-D2 thing, but you know, I got bored. I was just doing that like one day randomly. So yeah, let me go to I don't want to show you too many map sneak peeks yet. I'm gonna could go there, or how about I just go here, and then does anyone have requests on what to build or show you how to build something? I could show you how to build a lightsaber if you guys want. Okay, lightsaber. I'll do that then. God, this is so cluttered. Let me get the base plate, and I'm just gonna make the base plate bigger. Now I have a, oh shit. Now I have a lot more space to do stuff on. Nice. So, weapons, like majority of stuff, of things of detail, you want to start really large. So let me rotate this over. I'm going to change this to 0.25, and I'm going to put this on a even easy number. Let me do 350 and 450, just because they're multiples of 10, so like it's easy to use coordinates when doing stuff. And I'll raise this up, make this maybe 4 wide. No, it's gonna have to be way more than that. That's a start. You probably want to get a lightsaber model up already that you want to kind of duplicate or get ideas from. So let's see, I want to get one that like most people don't build already. I'm trying to find it on Google real quick. Lightsaber hilt. Oh shit, this one's got a rancor tooth. That's pretty dope. Look at that. Basic. That's probably not gonna fit into a union. I want to try one that's like doable, you know, like I could do it in one stream. Let's just do this one real quick. I guess I could do this one. Oh shit, that one's kind of cool. Yeah, I could do this one. Mess around with new glass material. Obviously, I'm not going to do the designs and all that, but I'll do like a simplified version, I guess. Actually, I'm going to save the image, and I'm going to just open it. Put it right here. I'm actually going to put it on my other monitor. There you go. Okay, so it's a long one, so I'll maybe make this 80. That'll be good. Let's start off with the top. So it's kind of like a cone shaped top where it's curved in. So this is gonna be the curve part, and this needs to be on the same X level, so 350. Let me just make that big enough. And I'll make this 2 and 2. 1 apart. Oh, there we go. 1 apart, the same width as this, and on the same X value as this. And probably want it to be a square as well. We get the same Y value as well. That's already got it. Great. I'm going to scale this like that. Doesn't go all the way out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to duplicate this. I'll move this one. How am I going to do this? Oh, I know. So this is on the same, yeah, no, wait, this is not on the same Y. I know how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to scale this one down. I'm going to rotate it like that. I'm going to duplicate it, rotate it back around, make sure it's even. Then I'm going to scale like that, scale like that to make it even with the circle. I'm going to bring it up like that, and hopefully it'll be even. It should be. Oh shit. Okay. These. I thought this was gonna work out a different way. that's good. That's good enough, I say. Probably gonna want like a block. Oh, that's great. Spawn right there. Probably gonna want a block like right here. Go inwards a little bit. Just to like make room. Oh, don't want to union it yet. Also, there's a hole in it right there. Okay. Now we gotta make all this super long. Or not, like the length to at least cover this. And that is good. Union. Move this. Oh great. It's gonna be obnoxious like that. That's alright. I'll just move it down manually. 110. Maybe a little less. 109. Oh, I'm retarded. 111. Yeah, that's good. Negate. Ooh, union the wrong thing. Look at that, boys. Look at that. So already we got a really nice curved like cut into the lightsaber. And from here we probably want the curve or the lightsaber to actually function as one. So we want to turn this like that. We want it on the same Y and Z value, or X and Z I mean. 450, yeah, there we go. And then, how thick is this? Shit, okay, I don't actually want to, I shouldn't have unioned it already. Let me separate this and scale this upwards. Since the top part of the lightsaber isn't that long, maybe like that. And then I'll union it like that. Actually, boom. Just gonna duplicate this and bring it downwards. Union. So the thickness of this is 10. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go 8. And if I keep it on the same X, 450, X and Z, and scale it downwards a little bit, it should start to make out a lightsaber. This one's also a little weird. It's got a cylinder. Let me just rotate it. I hate how cylinders spawn like this. It's also got a cylinder that comes out of it where the lightsaber is projected out of. So 3. Oh, that had a apostrophe in it. Yeah, that's the size of it. Wrong way. No one will see this part, but you know, it's still good to go all the way. This is where the lightsaber is projected out of. Bring this down a little bit. Looks pretty good so far. Let me I'm just gonna bring this one up a little bit. Bring that right there. Scale inwards. Like that big. That's pretty good. And then I'm gonna make this 10.25. 0.25, and I'm gonna make this a gold color, or like a faded gold, like the actual picture right here. And then that's pretty good so far. I'm gonna make this I'm gonna make it a silver color. I also only work in all smooth plastic. I don't like different materials. So yeah, smooth plastic for the win. Use part color. And then for this, since it's shiny, you want to raise the reflectance a little bit. Just enough to like, you know, add a shine. This is straight black, so make that straight black. And then there's a part right here. I'll make this maybe 8. And it's not very big. It's about that big. I'm actually gonna make this one smaller. Let's make it a 9. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks good. Bring this up so yeah, it's the right place. So basically now we're gonna want it. It won't take like a long time to build. You know, it's just like it's a process. It's not like a map per se, and it also can't be too complicated because you want to keep the parts down. Like you can see like really complicated builds, but once you swing it, you're gonna crash everybody on the server. I'm gonna go like that big. Scale this down. Then I'm gonna make this 9.25, 9.25. Actually, it looks like it doesn't even come out. So what I want to do, I'm just gonna bring it out a little bit right here. Command D, Command D, Command D. Command D's nuts. I want to die. Okay, let me bring this down a little more. Delete. Might as well bring this down just slightly. Just to give it enough of like it's even on the top and the bottom. Alright. Nah. It's gonna be like this. Okay. And now I'm gonna select all of these. Come on, select the top one. Deselect that. I'm gonna duplicate these and bring them over here. Oh, that was just an autosave. Negate. Bring them in. Union. Now you got one of those. This is like a more complicated way than to just like stack things up. But, you know, you should probably learn how to do it at least. Burlap. Use part color. Oh, these aren't unions yet. Bring this to black. Use part color. All this is gonna be shiny, so I can just add the shine afterwards if I really want to. And now if I, yep, it's one part. Look at that. But there's no recoloring unless unless I separate it. So you probably wouldn't want to union them until you're completely done, but I'm secure enough. Just responding to Discord. Okay, so next I'm gonna want to do this little thing right here. So I'm not gonna be able to duplicate that part. Actually, yeah, I can. I'm just gonna duplicate this part. Oop, separate. Delete. Oh, what? Delete. Separate. Now it's an original cylinder again. Yay. I'm actually gonna just bring an extra one down here just in case. Bring this up. Perfect. Ooh, where's my scale? I'm actually going to want to bring this one down so I can duplicate this part. Bring that down, duplicate it again. Bring that down like that. Perfect. Black. And then I'll just do a little curved off thing right there. I'll just make this over here real quick. 2 by 2 by 2. Cylinder. Okay. So what I want to do, trying to remember how to do this, it's been a while. So I'm going to want to negate these. Yeah, I'm going to want to negate these, put them in union, and then from here I'm going to put a square in this. And I'm just going to delete, duplicate, separate. Yo, give me a second. Like fucking cancer, I want to die. Okay. Anyways, let me move this in. Probably scale this down a little bit. 0.9. 101.9 overall, all around. And just autosave the end. If I negate this over this, select union, I'm gonna get that. But how do I get from that to the original? That's the question. It's been a while since I've done a union like this. Oh wait, I think I know how to do this. If I just bring this in, I need to lower this to 0.05. God damn, I can't type. Oh shit, I didn't move it in. I forgot to. Isn't the proper length. Which way is it? I'm assuming it's that. Yep. Oh, union. Make this 3. Make 8. Union. Now I gotta, yeah, this is the shape I was looking for. Like a circle type thing with like yeah, there we go. Now all I gotta do is make something of the same size, like that. Line it up. Have this negated. Push this over. Oh, not even. Push this over. Like that. Union. And I have literally a 0.01 thick thing. That's my favorite. Okay, let me make sure these are the same. I'm gonna make this 410. Make this 400. Make this 410. And this 400. Now it should work. Yup. Now I got a cool shaped button type of thing. Perfect. This is the button to activate the saber, and it's a gold color. It's the burlap. And perfect. Look at how nice that looks. Quite, if I would say so myself. Okay, so we're doing well so far. Let's bring up the image. This is gonna be fun because I'm gonna try and design a what's it called? New glass type of structure inside of it, since you know that's the new material they just added in like a week ago. It's got some cool properties to use with it. Come on, make this even. Oh, I'm still fucking using 0.05, that's why. As I've said, you never want to use 0. Okay, great. And then this is what I make it, like 9 or something? Let's check. Yep, 9. Yeah, so we're gonna make a, initially we need to go like this, right? We're gonna have to add gold to it. So burlap, maybe a little thinner than that. This is really black. Fantastic. Now we're gonna wanna repeat that part. Oh, I don't even need to do this. This isn't a union. I go like that. This part's smaller? No, it's the same size. So it's like a glass type of let me just glass transparency. Let's raise this a little bit. It's a black glass. Come on, I want to make this like visible, but I still want it to like have some cool properties. What if I add some blue into this? Move this over to blue. Maybe more into that range. Darken it a little bit. A little bit more over here. It's coming out a little. Actually, I kind of like that. It's not green. It just like, yeah, that's good. Maybe a little darker. A little more gray. Fantastic. Okay, my mic just stopped working for a second. Probably want to make this a tad bit thinner as well. Oh, there goes my phone. 8.75. 8.75 obviously. And scale that length. Just gonna duplicate this part. Bring it down. Oh, whoops. I'll just bring it downwards, then I'll rotate it. Here I have more room. Okay. So in here, we're gonna want to I'm gonna move this real quick. We're gonna want to make a cool little, I'm gonna have to insert it from here actually, corner wedge part. We're gonna want to make it like Command Z, Command D. I'll deal with rotations in a second. Okay, perfect. Rotate. Rotate and rotate. I'm gonna make these all a tad bit thinner. The reason I'm not doing it using the properties tab is because it's not gonna move the wedge while I'm doing it in the properties, so it's gonna be like, if I move this to be smaller, it's gonna stay in the same place, and I should be able to bring these up a little bit. Make this all black. Oh yeah, that's an old trick you can do. If you want to make like a structure even, you can union all four of them, and then move it to the place you want to move it, and then separate them. I didn't even realize that I did that until after. Then I can duplicate this. Duplicate. And just move this up. Nice and not even. Why are you not even? 0.25. Okay, nice and even. This is why I like to use like 0.25 and stuff. So I can put like a crystal up here if I want to. So I could, if I wanted to, use this crystal from earlier, which I'm actually going to turn to, what does it look neon? Definitely not neon. Can I union this into one union? I can. I want to make that, use fart color, make it a blue. Perfect. So make, nope, definitely not neon. Look at ice. Looks a tad bit funny around the edges, but that's quite alright since I'm not using this in the actual game permanently. Bring that way over here. Scale up. Oh, I forgot anything of transparency inside glass. This is one of the problems and strengths of glass is you can't see anything transparent in glass, even if it's outside. See how I can't see that? Yeah, so for the time, let's see what happens if I, yeah, it kind of just looks like that. Make this a marble. Wow, that's bad. Like, let's be honest, ice is probably the only thing that's gonna work right now. What if I make this glass without making it transparent? Looks fine. Maybe just 350, 450. Scoot this over. There you go, 0.05 on this. It doesn't have to be even perfectly. Entire saber is being powered by this tiny crystal. Yeah, I probably didn't give these enough room. So let me do a 0.5 on this. Let me select each of these and just scale them down a little bit. It's not too bad. Oh, what did I just select? Oh, are there two unions? May have been an auto-saving glitch. Okay, there were two unions there. That looks better. Separate. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. If you guys want to rewind the stream and like follow along, or like if you're doing that live, that probably helps. How am I gonna? That didn't work. One like barely not touching. That's perfect. Alright, great. So that part's down. Let me go check the live YouTube comments. Oh my cancer. Hash browns, get off my YouTube account. Okay, let me just I need to like check Discord and respond to everybody first. Hash browns, I swear to God, get off my YouTube. Okay. Now let me get back to the saber. So it's got these bamboo like cylinder things on this. I'm going to simplify them into single cylinders. Boom, boom, boom. Up. Just make this 0.25 again. And these are pretty skinny, so I'm going to 0.5. Yeah, that's maybe even too skinny. Yeah, that's not. I'm going to make these one. So let me just move these up. $350, $450. Make some duplicates. Move this one right here. Move this one right. Make it even right here. This one. This is gonna be obnoxious to do since it's 6 prongs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is gonna have to be perfectly square with this. That's how it's gonna work. If it's not square, then it's not even. So one more, and that's perfect. If you're not there, you're square. Oh, I need to move all these up. Need to be even with the gold beneath them. Scroll up, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, let me scroll up on these. Or let me extend these. Bad terminology. Okay, now that these are done, you're going to want to color them. So I've been using burlap. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to want to select all this because I've been slacking on it. Deselect that, make everything smooth plastic. And then I can delete that, and we're all good on that part. Looks nice. I can union these. Oh, I just unselected that one. Grab that and union. I should be able to grab that and union. Grab, oh, this, I want to union to this. Close that. Close that. That. And if I union this to this, yeah, it's going to become glass. So I can't union that part, so if you want to use it in the game, you're going to have to weld them, which isn't that like complicated, pretty easy actually. Okay, let me go down from this part. Okay, so this part's the longest part of the saber. It's about from here to here in length. So if I move this up, it's gonna be about a little longer than this. So I may have to, no, I'm all good, the Y is fine. Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow, this is going to be obnoxious. It doesn't have a black part down here. That's okay. If I separate, it's gonna like separate into a lot more parts than that, and I do not want that to happen. Okay, and then this part's pretty simple. It's just, yeah, so we're gonna want a couple cylinders. Make this 0.25, 10.25. I think that's what I was using earlier. Oh, that was an accident. 0.25, 0.25. Yeah, that was what I was using earlier, probably. And the first one, it's in thirds. So I'm going to want to make this, what's divisible by third? I'm just gonna do 42 is divisible by 3. Yeah, make this 42 tall. That way it's nice and divisible by 3. So if I want this on thirds, it's gonna have to be, I don't want math. 14, right? Something like that. So what's this Y? 32.88. That's not a number that I would like. 75. How about now? Now it should be even with that as well. So this is where math comes in. Calculator. I'm gonna have to subtract. The Y is 32. So we're dividing this into groups of 14. So I'm right to do this, right? Okay, that one doesn't count. So I'm going to want to add half of 14 to 32.75. So it's 39.75. 39.75. That's exactly it's 2/3 up. There we go. And if we subtract 7, 25.75. Oh, I didn't duplicate it. Look at that. Perfect. Burlap. Nope, that's OBS. And I'm gonna want a cylinder. Is it a cylinder or is it? Okay, that's actually, I'm gonna go with a solid block. $4.50. Make this 2, and make this 2. shit, did I exit out of it? Yep. Yeah, that's even. Yeah, that's even. Scale upwards to this part. Yep, to this. Then Command Z. I'm gonna turn this into a cylinder. Is it gonna work properly? Why would it? Great. That's exactly what I wanted, dude. The properties from this. What's this one's Y? Shit. There we go. Oh wait, what? How tall is this? Oh, 42. There we go. Almost didn't make sense. It's not like that. It's more like you can see the difference. Why is this? I think it's my mouse. Definitely need to get a new one of those. Yeah, okay. Then I'm just gonna duplicate this, swing that thing over here. What does it look like if it's even like that? That looks better. Oh shit, 0.25. If I duplicate this, it should come out on the other end. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's the way I did it as well. So, which part is gold? Come on. This part is gold. Just need to like fix my damn mouse. Oh fuck. Burlap. Right here. And you can't see that, so it looks perfect. And then these are both supposed to be mid-gray. And the reflectance of all of this is 0.25. So I'll just do that at the end, for sake of simplicity. So this part is kind of complicated, but it's not that bad. So I'm gonna duplicate this, and we won't need to be seeing this for a while. I'm gonna do 8.5 by 8.5, and that's not important yet, but what is important, I have to make this real quick to negate. So let me just bring this up so it's like that. I'll make this a little smaller. Cylinder. Two. I hate when things are uneven. 380. 300, 280, 2. What is this supposed to be? 1, 2. We'll just make this 2 for now. I'm actually going to make this a tad bit smaller. There we go. Come on. Perfect. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring this up over to where it needs to be. Rotate over. I probably should have made these longer, but I can just do that. Alright. Now, separate. Union. I'm just going to guesstimate for the sake of time. Yeah, these look about even. I made these a little too small. Separate. All I gotta do is increase them. Come on. The Y value. Do it to like 4. Yeah, 4 is alright. We're almost done, boys. Okay. Now I can union these. I could union them all together, because I'm just going to end up negating them anyways. That's what this inner part was for. Not this one. This one. Okay. Let me just make this black real quick. Okay, now I just gotta make the very, very tippy end. Block. Oh, that was the wrong one. I could just, hopefully I'll be able to grab. Can I just grab the cylinder instead? Yep. D. Scale upwards. Okay, so it's going to be 10.25, 10.25. 0.25. I want to make this at least that size. So I'm going to go 11 by 11. Yep, that's good. Scroll down a little bit. And then I can just end it with a half circle bottom. Where did I even put that part? Come on. I don't want parts to spawn over there. It's annoying. There we go. 350 by 450. Maybe scale it up a little bit. A little more. Just move this up and see how it looks. Yeah, it looks nice. And then I can just, I don't even have to negate it because you won't see the other side of it. It's not going to affect anything. Just union all this. Uh-oh. So this is, I don't know if I'll be able to union these two. Oh shit. Oh yeah, okay. Just the reflectance. I'll do it at 1.5. Still reflective a little bit. What if I do like 1.75? Okay, and then I'll do this. No, 1.75. And that was transparency. I'm gonna actually do less. Oh shit. Yeah, these parts need to be unioned. Oh my god, are these singular parts actually gonna throw it over? Oh, that's gonna be annoying if it is. Okay, okay. It worked. Maybe I won't do any reflectance. Maybe like 0.5 or something. Oh shit, I mean 0.05. This needs to be hella reflectant. Let's see. Problem is with Roblox is like even if you make it reflectant, it doesn't look that good. Okay, good. There's only, I don't know why this part isn't there, but it's probably for the best because I'm gonna make it bigger. And I'm gonna do a smaller one. I'm gonna negate it. Go like that. Union it. Oh, what? Union it. Union it. Wow, how many parts is this? How many triangles is this? Pretty sure it says the count somewhere that I'm blatantly triangle count 200. Triangle count 2000. The max is 3000. Just know that. What is this one? 2500. Okay, I can union this one. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. for anybody who's still watching, do you guys want to see how to make a blade, or do you want me to save that for next episode? Boys. I'll just save that for next episode. Oh, cancer. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna save it for next episode. There's only 4 people watching. Now there's 5. Let me shrink this down first, because it depends on how we want to make the blade. I'm just gonna group this. What is this? Okay, I want to be able to select the part still. Okay, good. Selected it. Group. Tutorial. Oh. Tutorial lightsaber. Scale. Doop, 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 doop. Let me just spawn in a rig. We get one of the ones already here. No, that one's broken. I don't want that one. Plugins. Block rig. Over here. Block rig. I just want to use it for size comparison. Looks like a bong. This is where you can go 0.00. Just because of scaling. Uh-oh. I might have to do the scaling individually. Oh, look at that. They're not the right parts. So let me just material, smooth plastic. What if I just grab all these, try and scale them down from there? It's not gonna let me, is it? Angry. Can't get it to budge. I think it's because this one's too small. That's quite alright. Worst case scenario, you make it a mesh. Let me just move this guy's arm up to hold it. Just ungroup this guy. Ungroup. This is not meant for like a recreational lightsaber. It's pretty hefty. To be honest, it should be smaller. I would like to make it smaller. It's just that the unions are not going to allow it to be smaller. What if I just select, these two? Ungroup. Boom. No, it's not gonna let me select that one because of that. Try and scale these ones down. Okay, I can scale these ones down a lot more. Oh, let me select the part as well. that damn lightsaber crystal. Hold it like that. Oh, where'd the other part go? Where's the other union? How much smaller can I make this? Not at all. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a lightsaber tutorial. I'm gonna end the stream now because you know, it's been streaming for a while. I think like 2 hours or something. The timer thing on YouTube's never right. I think it starts at like 59 minutes. So thanks for watching if you stayed from the very beginning. I'm very tired even though it's only 6:30 where I live. So I hope you get hyped for the game, maybe build your own stuff and submit it. Ask to be a dev or something. Yeah, always just keep working on stuff. You never want to like stay still. Always keep working. That way you'll always have something to do. Okay. So yeah, have a good one. I'm gonna end it right here. Join Red Sky Studio and play Star Wars New Genesis.